Alright guys, so I've got this MSP Core 5 stove here, and I found it a little bit difficult when I first got it to put it together, and I had a hard time finding anybody who made a video on the assembly of this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the assembly on this, so maybe I can help somebody out. Today it's a miserable day. We've got 40 centimeters of snow coming, and with the wind chill, it's like minus 20 outside, so we decided to stay inside. Hopefully we'll get out by the weekend. But so here's the MSP Core 5 stove. We'll open it up and we'll take a look at some of the parts. There's the grill. We won't be using this right away. Here's some of the gas burners, or whatever you want to call them. Some flaps. We won't be using these at all. And we got the little ports for your to enter your fuel into the box. So we'll go ahead and we'll put these together first. So you'll have two pieces, one with a bump like this, and you'll have one flat one, and then you'll have two little end bits like these. And you'll have the exact same thing for the second one. Putting these together is pretty simple. You're going to have a top piece and a bottom piece. This will end up clipping into the top, so you want your hooks on the little guys to be on the bottom. Slide those in like this. So they're in there and they're ready to click in your next piece. Then take your top piece or your bottom piece and slide that in. That's one ready. And we'll put that aside. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the next one, and then I'll come back. So to get started, we're going to have three pieces like this. There's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to have two pieces with big holes in the front. That's where our gas ports are going to go. So we'll put these aside for now. And we're going to start with these. So the first step, very simple, just click two of them together. That's it. Now, I don't know if you can see this here, but you just stick one on top of the other and you'll slide them right into those little clips, just like that. Okay, so to get started, you'll see this is how the stove will be sitting like this. We're going to hold them upside down, and then we're going to attach two of these little gas ports. There's one there, and one there. And then we're going to attach the bottom. Now, just to get you started off, you'll notice that on a lot of the pieces, they have these little triangle cutouts. I'll show you what those are for. These are basically just to keep everything in line and to keep all your pieces in the right direction while you're going through the build. So we're going to keep this guy right now on the top corner. So you've got a little slot here, right under your little gas port clip, and we're going to attach that into the gas port, then into the hole on both of them like that. Let's see if we can get this one to cooperate with us. There we go. So there's two. We're also going to add our heat shield plate, and that's going to have our little triangles also line up on both sides. So let's get those together. We'll drop this guy into the little holes here and into here. And our triangles are lined up. So far, we've got our two bottom plates, two gas ports, and two walls up. Okay, so now for the next one, we're going to add one more wall, and keeping our cutout triangles out in the front and still holding it upside down, we're going to add in one extra wall. So we'll slide that guy in there. And before we tighten anything up, we'll add in our gas port. So once you got your gas port into the hole, you click everything in together, and then it'll hold together nicely. So here we are with 3 gas ports, 3 walls, and the front hooked up. So on this assembly, I did want to do 4 sides of the gas ports and 1 side with a fuel port. But if you wanted to, you could do 2 fuel ports. I find it actually easier to do it that way, but I want to show you guys both options. So, all right, so this is what it should look like. You got your 3 ports, you got your 3 walls, you got your 2 plates, your heat shield, and your other plate. Now, if you notice here, you've got 1 bottom clip, another bottom clip on one side, and then your clip for your burner plate. And then you've got 1 here, then you have none here, and then you have another one on your burner plate. So when we add our next door, we're going to add the door on this side, not on this side. This is where you finish it up. So we'll go ahead and get this door on. All right. So here's our other door, or our first door. We'll line up our clips, slide them into place. We'll add in there we go. So we got all of our tabs in. We got 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. In our other gas port. And again, when it comes to these last couple ones, I just like to kind of force them in. I find it works better for me. Anyway, this is what I've been doing so far. It seems to be working, so no complaints. So that's all of them done except for 1 wall. Now, to finish off this last wall, we've got our 1 tab, our blank tab, and we got our burner clip, our burner tab. Okay, now for this last one. If you have large hands, this will be easier for you. You just grab it across the bottom and make sure nothing comes apart. So we'll slide in this last door here. There we go. Make sure we get our clip in, and then you'll have to round it around the corner, but everything just kind of clicks together. So that's our stove built, but we did forget to put in our our plate. So let's see if we can get this in somehow, just so we don't have to take everything apart, but I think we might have to. Oh, there we go. We were able to get it in, but you normally add that in at the end. But anyway, so there we go. We got it built. Now we have the one side where we put in the extra gas port. We will take one of our little clips like this with the little tab on the end right there, and you just kind of lie it flat. You have to wiggle it in a little bit, but just slide it into the hole and it'll fall down, and just gravity will keep it in place. And then we have our other port, our fuel ports. So as you saw before, you do have these little hooks here, and we're going to slide those hooks into the holes and then just push down on this tab here, and everything just clicks in. So I'm going to come in one more time. I'm going to give you a close-up of what we're looking at here. All right, so here's the front. Our gas port is locked in. Won't come out anymore. Turn the stove. Over here, we have our flap with the gas port inside. There's our sides. And I'll show you the inside so you can kind of see around. Sorry about the shadows. So everything's locked in. And that's pretty much it. So one of the reasons why I like this grill so much, or this stove so much, is it has this grill. Now, a lot of the boxes that are out there, some of the cheaper ones, the stoves that are out there that are cheaper or lesser quality, you have to put a big pot on there, otherwise you drop your small items right into your fire, which is just no good. This one has a grill, and it's got these little cutouts inside of your stove. So when you put this on top, the cutouts of the grill actually somewhat fit into these little slots. It doesn't lock right in. I'm not going to say it does, but I mean, if you try to move it, it does kind of grip on there pretty nicely. So if you're going to use a spatula to flip a burger or whatever it is, it would work just fine. So with this, you can put on small items like your coffee cup, or if you're out drinking sake and you got a little shot glass on there, you can drop a little stainless steel shot glass right on there, no problem. So you can do pretty much anything you want. Cook hot dogs, cook steak, which is what I'm going to be trying this weekend. And it makes the grill more versatile. Alright guys, so that's the MSP Core 5 assembly. Hope this helps out somebody who just got their stove. I would like to see actually if they could put an instruction manual inside. Nothing crazy, but just some photos, some quick assembly. I know you can get them off the website, but I find for us mobile users, when you're downloading it and you're looking on the PDF, everything's kind of small. When you expand it, it gets blurry. So it would be good to have just a little instruction leaflet on the inside. You can just open up and look at it beside you while you're doing it. My thoughts on the stove so far, I'm not going to say I have lots of experience with it. I have cooked on it twice. Works great. The efficiency of how it burns the wood is exceptional. It's a great stove, performance-wise. I do find it a bit of a pain to build, but if you're going on a camping trip, for example, and you're set up, you got your base camp set up, and you're going to be doing some hikes throughout the day, this is a great base camp stove. You set up your stove, you cook your meals, you got all your fire prep ready, and you're good for as many times as you need it. And when it's time to go home, you pack it all up and you get out of there. As for going on just little day hikes and bringing this stove, I find it a bit of a pain in the butt to put together. Maybe my opinion on that will change after building it a few times. This is what I'm going to do. After using this 10 times or 15 times or so, I'm going to come back and I'm going to revisit this video on my thoughts, and we'll touch base on that. Maybe we'll do it on a lunch or whatever. But anyway, hope this video helps somebody out. MSP Core 5 stove. I haven't used one that works this well yet. That's all I got to say about it. It's a great stove. So anyway, I'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care, and just remember, we got a giveaway coming up. Thanks a lot. Get out, explore.